Hello and welcome back. Just checking to make sure that recording's doing all well. All appears to be well. That shouldn't take long. Pants. I can't remember what that segment was on Cartoon Network. It was like on Wednesdays, and it was like fish wearing pants or something. Not that I or anyone else would be able to make use of it even if we knew. But it irks me to discover that there is an entirely different form of energy and no one told me. That personal annoyance aside, Hermes' knowledge is undeniably impressive given that that there are none among the 14 who specialize in the Celestial. He would be a welcome addition. Assuming he can be persuaded to join, that is, I still can't understand his hesitation. Oh, you wish to know why Emmett Silk was chosen for the convocation? I should be glad to share the tale. It begins when... Not another word. Lest you forgotten, we are here to learn about Hermes, not me. My misspent youth is not your concern. My apologies for the wait. I have inspected the Ampelos to my satisfaction. All is well when with the creature, and I dare say it won't be long ere it is released onto the world. Another creation, however, reportedly isn't faring so well. The Cherubidis. That is what we shall attend to next. If you would follow me, my friends, we shall return to the main isle and head north. Isn't the name of the spell that Behemoth casts? The wind tornado thing. Understand there is a problem with one of the Cherubidis. Yes, that's right. As you know, the Cherubidis is based on a sea creature. Owing to adjustments to enhance its affinity to wind, it is capable of flight. The specimens created from the concept could all fly without issue, but a problem arises in subsequent generations. A third generation creature was born with an etheric balance leaning towards water, its aquatic origins reasserting itself, it would seem. The result being its affinity to wind is diminished, and it cannot fly no matter what we try. We can't get it to rise even the slightest bit. For such change to manifest in so few generations, I fear they are too unstable, flawed. With your permission, I will revert the creatures and recommend to the Bureau that the concept be revised. With the exert balance leaning towards water, the Cherubidis would indeed struggle to manipulate wind. Yet it's too early to conclude that it cannot fly. Having failed at first, it may simply have developed a fear. I shall transform and fly with it, helping it to manipulate wind until it finds its wings. What? You need to go to such lengths. You don't know, but of course not. Transformation is an art in which one manipulates a vast quantity of ether to construct another body around oneself, and practice this allows one to assume any conceivable form, and thereby transcend the limits of one's flesh. Yet, convenient though it may be, transforming is in the presence of others is considered vainglorious in the extreme and uncouth and unseemly as running around robeless, shameful. Am I to understand you make a habit of this? Nothing of the sort. It's just that when transformed, I can wield the wind and fly. It may be excessive, but what is our shame next to the lives of these creatures? They deserve a chance, and we owe it to them to do all in our power. Yes, it may. Yes, I believe I have a solution, Emitsuck. May I trouble you to move the Travis away from its fellows and somewhere out of sight? Meanwhile, I'd like the rest of you to help me prepare here. What mischief are you scheming now? No mischief, I assure you. I would but spare you the need to report to your colleagues that Hermes committed discretion. So have a little faith and run along. I trust you don't mind. Emitselk is out of sight. Good. Let's speak of the plan. It's a stroke of genius, really. We have Emitselk train the Cherubidis. Aside from being able to fly untransformed, he can readily see ether currents. And with his adept spellcraft, he also employs suitable wind magics to guide the creature along. While he is indeed capable of all you described, it is not his duty. I am loath to trouble him with it. Don't be, as I mentioned, it would also be for his own sake. With that settled, let's begin at once. Edgar, I want you to go to himself and tell him that you have a favor to ask. He will be disinclined to cooperate at first, but you mustn't be discouraged with our friend. The trick is to be unflaggingly persistent. Off you go now, and good luck. Well, I mean, Edgar can transform. Though it's kind of slow. Well, are you preparations for this game? That is clearly not a game complete. I am not good at typing. No. Oh, no, you don't. I'm not lifting a finger. I don't know why Hephaestus is up to, and I will not be made to know. I refuse. Please, Emitselk. I am 27, going to be 28 this year, and I still can't type without having to look at the keyboard. What did I just do?
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emitselk. Please teach her to fly.
or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Please, Emmett Sulk. Please.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last. I will aid it once it is taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we? You were wondering why Emmett Selk joined the convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even, quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve himself in the business of others. Where he walks, excitement is certain to follow. His antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world, and when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine. And together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine hereon. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
Your guys' shoes suck. It's flying, it's really flying as if it were born to do so, thank goodness. Emerging from his reverie, Emmett Selk notices you and begins to descend with the Charybdis. I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, the Charybdis has learned to fly. And Edgar and I could relax and have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. The creature needed some small assistance at first, but soon it was flying more or less on its own. I doubt you will need to repeat the lesson. That was truly impressive. I witnessed it all from afar. The Charybdis flies. Indeed, with this, we've proven that even a creature with a skewed etheric balance is capable of flight. Though we helped it to achieve this, the Charybdis is a herd animal. They may well aid their struggling kin in like fashion if and when the need arises. Keeping this in mind, I bid you continue observing them, if that is what you want. But if I may say so, rather than hoping an idealist possibility comes to pass, what is not be simpler to make the concept adjusted? That way we could guarantee the anomalies such as this specimen are never born in the first place. These creatures are already here. We will spare no effort in giving them a chance to survive. As you wish, Chief, as you wish. Hermes. I'm fine, don't worry. Well, that concludes all of my present tasks. Let us return to Anagnoros for now. But yeah, the shoes on their feet look uncomfortable to me. At least when you look at like the actual foot part of them, like where you can see the skin in between the strings. And again, I don't even like wearing shoes in general. I don't like having anything on my feet. But want to apologize for forcing me to help, do you? Save your breath. You didn't force me to do anything. I merely chose the most expeditious way to have done with an impediment to our business. And he paid us in pants. Next we'll be getting shoes. Tell me, Edgar, in the course of watching me, have you learned aught of value? Did I miss you say, curious that such an obscure phenomenon should be of interest to you? Chief Hermes, what good fortune to find you here. Is something the matter? The, Lycion, I am afraid, is doing it again. No sooner did we release one for observation than it set upon the nearby Ocrapeats, slaughtering them. Is a creature hungry or somehow provoked? I had just fed them myself, and the Ocrape were keeping a wide berth. It is the nature of the Lycion that is to blame, their innate viciousness. Temperament aside, it is an outstanding creation, perfect in form and function, though it may not be suited for release. I've no doubt that the Bureau will accept its concept for preservation. In any case, there's no point in postponing the inevitable. Doros will revert them all once the paperwork is in order. Where is the scene of the incident? Just off the path to the 12 Wonders. As you make your way, you should see it on the left. I don't know if Doros is still there, however. Hermes, wait. If this is part of his work, then I would observe. We follow. For a second there, I thought I saw, probably I did see it, because it shows that there's, nope! A, boss thing over there, and a, fate. That one all the way out there kind of looks like a giant, well, it kind of reminds me of Hatsu from Breath of the Wild. The lacerations and burns are unmistakable. Lycion was indeed responsible. But the creature is nowhere to be seen. Doros must have taken it away. The man makes his base at the 12 Wonders. I shall go and seek him out there. Emmett Selk and I will search the area for good measure, just to make sure that the Lycion did not escape. My thanks. Let us meet at the 12 Wonders when you have finished. I will go on ahead. Please follow with Edgar. Come, come, it's down this path and over the bridge. A new Aetheryte to attune to. No. Etherite. Ether current. There it is. The 12 Wonders. Hermes is looking for Doros. Let's look for Doros too. He's a man with long blonde hair. I think I'll know him when I see him. Oh, no talky things. I do wonder if, I think I have seen these as mounts. I think. We're looking for someone with blonde. Doros, that's Doros. Well known. If it isn't Meteon, what brings you here? I thought I heard familiar voices. I didn't realize you two had decided to help me search for Doros. Thank you. You're in charge of the Ilkions, I believe. Where are they now? Out in the field, in restraints, frenzied as they were, I couldn't well return them to Katissis. Once I've submitted my report, I'll see them reverted without delay. It is as he says, the beasts are indeed quite ferocious. You're one of the 14, what brings you here? Anything you need concern yourself with, as you were. We've heard the news that an Elkion slaughtered Optrus. As the observer in charge, you are of the opinion that they are not fit to be released. I am. Their abnormal aggression and exceptional strength make for a highly problematic combination. It matters not where they are released. Lecanis would threaten other species and upset the natural order. Could it be that the specimens observed are an outlier? Highly unlikely. We've created a good many of them, all except the same tendencies. Even when with use Kairos to begin with a fresh slate, their behavior was unchanged. Kairos, a memory recognition system. The chief himself created it. It allows us to erase or alter memories that we may observe creations and different environmental conditions without needing to remake them from scratch. Quite impressive and potentially dangerous depending on the intensity of the etheric emissions. Pashret may wish to have words with you. Rest assured, I've kept all values within prescribed limits, and to prevent misuse, its applications are limited to those authorized by the Chief Overseer. Do not misunderstand. To manipulate its substance memories is an instructive, interestive act I deeply abhor, but it is still preferable to execution. Come now, Chief, let's not be so melodramatic. What was born of Ether is simply being reduced to its original state. I know the decisions concern you, but we mustn't lose sight of the bigger picture, making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. If a creation cannot be properly studied, even with the aid of Kairos, we remake it. If a creation is deemed a detrimental existence, we unmake it. 'Tis all for the greater good, and none question the necessity of such routine processes. I understand these things. I do. I would never think to unleash a clear and undeniable threat unto the world. Yet insignificant though their individual lives may be, next to all creation, it is all the Lacunos have. Before we seal their fate, we owe it to these beings to exhaust all options to ensure that nothing has been overlooked. If you insist, let me provide you with a full report, and we may take it from there. Would it be possible for us to attend the discussion that Emmett Selk may better carry out his duties? By all means. Pray show them to the meeting room. To man, other beings are just things to be used and controlled like magic. That's what Hermes told me once. Whose boots are these, Meteon? I do like these boots, though. So far, I like this outfit. What is it called? Magne's armor of the Behemoth Queen. Okay. I fear this discussion may take a while, during which time... Ichion, are you feeling unwell? It's not me, Hermes, it's you. I won't go to the meeting, I'll stay with Edgar. Love though I am to impose, may I leave Meteon in your care again. I am in your debt, if you excuse me. Can you help me with something, Edgar? The meeting will make Hermes sad. I want to cheer him up with a flower. Hermes likes flowers the most. Of all the creations in Elpis, most creations are expected to be interesting or beautiful or strong, better in some way, but flowers are different. They're designed to suit our emotions, what we feel and want to convey. Hermes likes that. I can't make flowers, so I'll search for one, and I want you to search with me. Let's start here at the 12 Wonders. I didn't read that his name as Junkmonger. I read that as Unknowner. Unknower. Vibrant purple flowers, bigger than your hand, adorn the tree. Oh, so big and bright, I love them. But there might be too bright, you have to think of the recipient. That's what Hermes said. A tall, slender tree rises before you. You crane your neck to look for flowers. No flowers. If there were apples, we could have covered them in syrup. Let's head outside next. Don't worry, we won't wander far. An array of beautiful flowers grow in the bed, their mix of colors forming a pattern. These would be better for Hermes, but they're hedged in. That means we shouldn't touch them. They're either under observation or poisonous. Or both! Any other place should be fine, though let's keep looking. I don't like that how it looks like it has a mouth. You sit on a tall, thin stalk. The oddly shaped flower is memorizing in its undulations. Oh, Kenyon, a flower that can move. When Hermes wasn't looking, it shot seeds at him. Not a good gift, maybe. but you're good at at spotting flowers. We'll find something soon. Better not propose that thing in the background. You spy nothing promising nearby. At best, common-looking grass with a few tiny flowers. Nothing around here, huh? Over there, Edgar, something big, huge. I don't think that's a flower. A terrible stench reminiscent of sodden old boots pervade the air. Without a doubt, the culprit is the Morball-like creature before you. It is an Andonius. The thing around its mouth looks like petals, but the flowers are the orbs on its head. When Hermes inspected, it swallowed him up. He didn't leave his room for days. What do you think, Edgar? Would he like it? So, not this one either. Finding a good flower is harder than I thought. I'm sorry, Edgar, but could we search a little more? Maybe as far as the field over there. I'll pick something after that, I promise. Picks up a Mandroga instead. Lush green fields stretch out before you, ending where the sky begins. There's nothing. The shiny thing over there, what could it be? It's a knife! Oh no, more Elpis. Oh, Elpis flowers, they're here too. Hermes likes and dislikes them at the same time. Like me, they're entelecchies. Like me, they feel his pain and turn dark. That's only for Hermes, though. For others, they're always white and bright. Surely the flowers was dark in your home. Then do you have it too, a dark emotion? I see. Hermes has felt the same. A fire burning in your breast, a trembling hand, but no one understands. Please, Edgar, would you lend them to me, your fury and frustration? I want you to make the flower dark in front of Hermes. He has been in a dark place since before he created me. He needs to know that he isn't there alone. The others are sad too. Surely you'll do it? Thank you, Edgar, thank you. It means more to me than I can say. I can't wait to see how Hermes reacts. Let's go back and fetch him. It's kind of hoping that you would just go there, that we would just still be there and the quest would end. Oh, let's see if we can get over this. Indeed we can. It seems they're still talking. Let's wait until they're finished.
Hermes!
Oh. You were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Yes. We've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteon company. Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
Elpis flowers?
Go on. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Meteon has shared much with you. May we talk a moment?
Yep, there it goes.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will, and when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain, but they sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear, and it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Not amiss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. I won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Elpis, or if you only did it at Meteon's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you. To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort. Lest you misunderstand, I derive no pleasure from your pain. It's just the fact that you are still here in spite of your suffering gives me heart. The stars in the heavens. Know you what they are? Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of Dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteon and her sisters. Sisters. She has a great many of them, and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life. As one might expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it. But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness. It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow. Come, Meteon. Let us head back.
All right.
You just see Hildebrand just in the distance, and this is where Gilgamesh took him back in time. You see him like falling in the distance. Ooh, gloves. An all too brief interlude, perhaps, but it is time I tend to my task. As Emmett Silk and Hezedeus are where we reach a verdict regarding the fate of the Lecheoconis. 7 were created for observation, and all 7 must be unmade. Duros has followed the correct protocol, and as Chief Overseer, I can find no fault in his judgment. The Lecheonis would disrupt the natural order, raving and consuming other species until they themselves starve and perish. They cannot be released into the wild, and they cannot be allowed to remain here in Elpis. I intend to petition the Bureau of the Archives to have the concept preserved as a restricted purpose hazardous life form. Hezedeus has pledged to support me in this endeavor. Yet whatever the Bureau decides, the existing Hezedeus has served their purpose. Duros has already isolated the creatures and is preparing to carry out the necessary measures. I will join him forthwith. It is my duty to witness the conclusion to this study. If you are resolved, then we have but to accompany you. Of course, let us be off then. We return to the main aisle. And the only reason why I haven't been talking is because I am just concentrating on not falling asleep. Those are a lot of dead bodies. Four dead bodies. Duros, are you hurt? What happened here? They caught me off guard. I had them bound in ethereal shackles, but they became frenzied even more so than usual and broke free. I was able to stop 4. The other 3 escaped. I see them too have taken to the air above the 12 wonders. The last one is up ahead, lurking in the fields. You and Edgar handle that one. The pair in the sky, you can leave to me. If this is how it must end, then so be it. I will render assistance to Emmett Silk, unneeded though it is. Michion, you are to stay here with Doros. But Hermes, the Elka must be reverted. I will spare you their pain and mine. This is my burden, not yours, but if you are intent on helping, then please follow my lead. I noticed that the shoes are double clawed. Because the bits where the toes go in are clawed, and then there's claws on top of those. I appreciate your help and lament that it is necessary. There is our quarry within striking distance at present, but if it feels threatened, it may well flee beyond our reach. Here's my plan. I will approach slowly in full view and draw the Kion's attention. Now, I warn you, its ability are as fiery as its temperament. Once it spots you, it will unleash orbs of fire. Fear not, by my measure, you are more than equal to the task. Withstand the onslaught for a brief few moments, and that will give me time to catch it unawares. Ready? Then let us begin. Okay, I'll just go back to standing there. Just throws the scythe at him.
Now.
Brought him down with the healing stick.
Forgive me. Please, forgive me. May you and your kin find peace. Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld, may you find tranquil seas. Be not forgotten, in concept endure, to reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire. Hate, if that be your want. We are worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high Fly free.
Join the convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing. Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction? I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Van Daniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right. And to be torn by such thoughts, I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes! Please don't be angry. It hurts so.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Aye.
The other Legions have been taken care of. The incident is resolved and life in Alpus continues as normal or ends as the case may be. Rationally speaking, I understand Hermes' argument. No matter how well deserved the rest, there is a pang of sadness when a colleague leaves us. Yet never has a departure caused me such grief as Hermes appears to feel. Why must it be like to experience such torment? Ooh. I like these gloves. Yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode. I will see you all in the next.